Hey, this is Susie T. Cobwebs, and today we're going to do a video on 10 ways to be free or inexpensive to do something for someone else. Stay tuned. Hi, this video is going to be just about being nice to somebody. I know a lot of people think that that is common knowledge, but a lot of people take that for granted. So I thought I would do some kind of a small refresher course, if you may, and to kind of broaden our horizons out a little bit to get people to do a little bit more for other people and not really want the recognition or receive something in return. The best rule of thumb that I could give you is make sure that you yourself are in a happy place, which means if your bills are paid and you have a good mental stability on life, by all means, help someone else. Because we could always use the positive reinforcement in other people to brighten out this world to even be better. I know this sounds simple, right? But a lot of people just take this for granted. Bear with me and we will get down to these top ways. And just kind of give you a little secret, number 9 is my favorite. Basically, this is just a small gesture that you can do for maybe your relative, your neighbor, your friends, anyone. And if you got them to smile for 10 seconds or even longer, then you did your happy job for the day. So I think that's great. Keep up the great work if you're doing that already. And if you're not, that's okay. We can start anytime. Let's get down to this video. Doing something nice for someone else is something that makes you feel good inside. Some people may pay it forward, others won't, but it's nice to know that you did something nice for someone else. We have a lot of unfortunate people out in the world, so even if giving them something that they are lacking will make them have a happy day, a happy week, month, or even a year, whatever you were giving them. Like for number 1, what about sending a thinking of you card or maybe a Christmas card to maybe a family member or a friend that you couldn't see because of this pandemic, or just to say hello, throw it through snail mail. If you don't know what snail mail is, it's the regular USPS mail. We all got to get down with the lingo here. It is the fact that we are showing love to one another, and it's just simple ways that we could do this. And have you ever got something in the mail that you unexpectedly got and you were like, oh my God, this is gonna make me so happy? What do you think they feel like? Number 2, when I talked about going through snail mail, you don't really have to go through snail mail. You can just make a little note, or maybe something that you can stick in their front door or on their windshield of their car. Anything to kind of give them a little pick-me-up for the day. This doesn't cost much. Actually, I don't think it costs anything, but this will make them have a better day. When was the last time that you received a note like this? Or maybe when you get up in the morning and your significant other is still in bed and you're going off to work, you make coffee, write them a note. Like say, you know what, I hope you have a great day. I love you so much. And then you sign it. I know that this sounds so simple, but this is things that will make their day also. And you thought of them. And that's what the best part about this is. Now, normally, you would actually write notes to your, say, significant other, your friends, your family, your neighbors, anything like that. But have you ever written a note, like put it on like a sticky note or something and put it in like a public bathroom and say, you know what, I hope you have a great day, God bless you, Godspeed, anything to kind of make them have a good day? Try something like that. That is also cheap, easy, and simple. And you're almost kind of like, in a way, ready to make it, to pay it forward but when they get it, they can do it also. And with a lot of this, I know that this is all very minimal. I know I've used to do Christmas cards for the longest time because I'd had a lot of pen pals. And unfortunately, during the years, I got lost and not done them. So I think I want to try to get back into them. Also, if you would like to get into something like that, that's okay. So you would just maybe call up your friend or family member, or even message them on Facebook and say, hey, can I have your email address, or can I have your address? I would like to send you a Christmas card. I know that they're already expecting this Christmas card, but this is something that they don't know when they're going to get it. So this is still a good thing too. Number 4, what about making a meal at home and maybe inviting someone that you don't normally think that they are eating a home cooked meal? And this is going to give them a surprise in itself. Then after you've ate the meal, or if there was any type of extras or whatever, give them a doggy bag so then they can have a lunch for the next day. I don't see a problem with that. Honestly, I don't mind doing it. When the kids come over or whoever's coming over, if I have extras, by all means, take them, because we're not going to eat them. And I'd rather have it go to someone that is going to use it and to enjoy it again than it kind of getting spoiled in the fridge. Number 5 also kind of goes along with these lines, that if you're making dinner and if you have an elderly neighbor, why don't you pack it up into maybe a Tupperware container and then send it over onto their porch. Call them or knock on their door and say, hello, I just made you dinner for the day. They're not expecting it, and you just made their day. Number 6, saying hello in a cheery voice as you're walking down the street. You never know if a person down the street is going to say hello back to you, or you might have a conversation with them. Unfortunately, with this pandemic, you have to have face masks, you have to be 6 feet apart, whatever. But this is also something that you can have a nice conversation with somebody on this side of the road, and social distancing too. Sometimes you have to step out of your comfort zone and maybe talk to that person on the street. Maybe they will have a good idea, or you guys have something in common. You never know when you may find a potential friend. That's also a good idea too. Number 7, if you live with, say, a significant other, friends, family, roommates, why don't you pick up some of their chores? I'm sure that they are working and they're exhausted after they come home from work. And if you're at home and there's different things around the house that need to be done, why don't you try that? After you do like a certain chore or whatever that maybe wasn't yours, just mention it to that other person, just to, one, say, hey, look, I took the clothes out of the dryer and I folded them and they are sitting on your bed. That's not to say, hey, well, you didn't do the clothes. You just say, hey, look, I did this for you. I hope you don't mind. And not only do they not mind, that's one less thing that you took off of their to-do list because they were stressed out because they needed to get this done also. So this kind of really works out if you talk it over in a manner that is a friendly conversation and not like, hey, I did your clothes out of the dryer. No one's going to respond nice to that. But what you can do is say, hey, I know that you are working really hard today, so I took the clothes out of the dryer and I folded them up. I just set them on your bed. I hope you didn't mind. Now, do you see the tone of my voice when I did that? You are now showing them that you appreciate them and they were working and you wanted to do something nice for them. So this really works out too, especially if there's a lot of people maybe in the house and there's a lot of things that need to be done. Simple things will work out. This will actually make a whole world of difference if everyone pitches in too. This could be as simple as maybe doing the dishes or the laundry or the vacuuming. You know, it doesn't have to be the whole chore, like, say, doing 4 loads of clothes, wash, dry, fold, and, you know, propped up in the closet. But if you see that there was clothes in the washer or the dryer, or take the stuff out of the dryer, fold them up and do that, that's still a simple gesture enough to kind of say, hey, look, I'm trying to help you also. Number 8. If you're standing in like the grocery line or in like the drive-through at a restaurant, like fast food restaurant or something, why don't you pay for the car behind you? So these are some of the people that do this. They don't really want to be recognized, but they want to pay it forward also. So what they will do is, I will pay for my meal, and I will tell the cashier person that I was paying for my meal, hey, can you get that car behind me? I'd like to pay for their meal too. A lot of people do this, and that's really wonderful because anybody enjoys a free meal. I mean, do you know somebody out there that doesn't enjoy a free meal? Like, seriously. Number 9. This is one of my favorites. Be patient with one another. I know that this sounds free. I know that this gets overlooked, and a lot of people think that they don't have time for it, but hear me out. If you have a disabled or elderly or handicapped neighbor, friend, relative, whoever, go over to them and say, hey, I am going to the store. Would you like to go with me? Or if you would say, hey, I have a few extra hours in the day today. Would you like to go to the park? Or would you like to go to the store? I would be willing to take you. Yes, it's going to take a little bit more time for them to get in and out of the vehicle or whatever their case may be, if maybe how they were elderly or disabled, but you got to give them time to get acclimated to what they are doing, to slowly get them into the car, make sure that everything is taken care of with them, seat belt, everything. Take them out to the store or take them to go see Christmas lights. And you don't even have to go to like the different farms. Why don't you just take them on a road trip? Maybe 5 or 6 miles down the road, and just take them through a housing plan of some sort and let them see the lights on the houses. This will also make their day and give them a perspective that they were in control. That's something that they were lacking. This will also make their day, their week, their year, everything, because they got that freedom back that they were missing. Even if it's as simple as, hey, I have to go to so-and-so grocery store. I have to go pick up my curbside pickup. Would you like to go with me for the ride? That sounds simple. And all you have to do is get them in the car, make sure that they're protected, take them over to the grocery store that you are going to, and then get your groceries for whatever you need, and then you bring them home. You take them home, and you take your groceries home. I think that's a pretty darn good idea. And what's that going to do? Cost you a few gallons of gas? You would have done this trip anyway. You were just making somebody else happy in the meantime. Good multitasking. Number 10. Why don't you share a compliment? It's that simple. Everyone learned as a child, please and thank you, right? They're magic words. If a person in your life that has made a difference or supports you in any of your moments in your life that were huge and big and important to you, I would honestly take the time to sincerely thank them and maybe give them a few compliments, and take that moment of, if it's just for a job or they are working for someone, by all means, take that few minutes. Maybe send a note to their boss, say, hey, you know what? You have a very good worker here. Or your mother is wonderful. She has done this, this, and this, and she is doing great. Congratulations for that great job. Or congratulations on your promotion. Wonderful. These are all words that should be used more and more every day. Unfortunately, they're not. But these should be words that we should give each other each and every day, just to make sure that we can keep this positivity going. Even if you're walking down the street or if you're talking to a friend. These simple accolades could work this way also, such as, your hair is very pretty today. I really like your shirt. Where did you get that at? And really be sincere in some of your compliments so they come across like you were truly, truly impressed about what you were seeing in front of you. Because then you don't want to come off as being sarcastic and then it doesn't show the same effect as before. So you want to make sure that you are actually saying, wow, that's a really pretty shirt you have on. Where did you get that? I'd like to get one. Since the fact that you got this far in this video, I thought I'd give you a bonus one. Yay! What about unexpected gifts? They don't have to be expensive. What if it was something for your heart? Then a person is going to give it to you also. Like, this could be a closest family member, a professor at college, or even the garbage man that you see every week. He comes over and gets your garbage. Make sure that maybe give them a small gift in appreciation. Even with us, we see the garbage men that come out and they work for us. Every week they make sure that our garbage is good, our cans are good, or whatever. Give them some pops, give them some snacks, give them a sandwich. Anything to say, hey, look, thank you very much. I know this is your job, but you go above and beyond what you do for your job. So thank you. Now, here is a question for you. In the comments below, what do you do to be nice to somebody? I would love to read your answers, and maybe we can broaden this horizon out to get more people to be happy and healthy and just to be nice to one another. Thank you so much for joining me into this video. And don't forget to like and subscribe and make sure that you hit that post notification button. This will let you know when I post the next video. And to the next time, love you bunches!